Good morning, welcome to the online classes. Today let us move on to the module 4 unsymmetrical faults. Coming to the introduction, so as we have dealt different kinds of faults in module 2, the faults are broadly classified into symmetrical and unsymmetrical. The unsymmetrical faults are again categorized into shunt type of faults and series type of faults. Shunt type of faults which involves the short circuit between the conductors or between the conductors and the ground. And they are characterized by increase in current and fall in voltage and frequency. Shunt type of faults are in turn classified as single line to ground fault, line to line fault and double line to ground fault. Now when one or two lines in a three-phase system, so they get opened while other lines remain intact, then such faults are called as series type of faults. And these are characterized by increase in voltage and frequency and fall in current in the faulted phase. Just a reverse of the previous case, shunt type of faults. Series type of faults can be grouped as one conductor open fault. So if one conductor is open, that is one conductor open. If two lines are open, then two conductor open fault. And the frequency with which the different kinds of faults occur, and also it is in the order of decreasing severity, it has been listed here. Symmetric faults, the frequency with which it occurs is 5%, and the frequency of occurrence of double line to ground fault is 10%, double line faults LL fault without involving ground, line to line fault, that is 15%, and single line to ground fault 70%. But even though the frequency of occurring of the symmetric faults are less, that is 5%, but the severity of occurring is highest. Okay, the most severe type of fault is the symmetrical fault. Next severity is the double line to ground fault. So with the decreasing order of severity, it has been listed. Coming to the fault calculations of synchronous generator. So we will consider a synchronous generator, and which is subject to an unsymmetrical fault. So here this is one line. If we consider the phase A, where the terminals of the line the fault has been occurred, and we see that even though the unsymmetrical fault occur at the terminals, so the synchronous generator, so that is balanced condition. The fault may be unsymmetrical one, but to the left of the fault point F, it is completely symmetrical, and the sequence impedances are uncoupled. Okay, and we can write the equations like this. It has only positive sequence voltages have induced voltages, and other negative sequence and the zero sequence which do not have induced voltages. Therefore the equations can be written as Va1 is Ea minus Ia1 Z1 positive sequence voltage, negative sequence it is just minus Ia to Z2, and Va0 is equal to minus Ia0 Z0. These equations which we call as the system equations, and for any terminals, for any fault at the terminals of synchronous generator, the quantities Ia1, Ia2, Ia0, and Va1, Va2 and Va0. So these 6 unknown quantities. Out of these 6 unknown quantities, 3 quantities are linearly independent quantities. And in order to determine these linearly independent quantities, so we have to specify the terminal equations. Okay, we want to determine the terminal equations for the generator for different types of faults. So first let us discuss the single line to ground fault, that is LG fault on an unloaded generator. Okay, the circuit diagram for an single line to ground fault, which is shown in this figure. So assume that the phase A is grounded here, one of the line is grounded, and other two lines, so here IB and IC are shown here, only the phase A which is grounded, and the neutral is also connected through the reactance which is shown in this figure. Now the terminal conditions we can write for this type of fault, which is as A is grounded, the fault is occurring there, then Va must be equal to 0, the voltage at that phase is 0, and other two phases, IB and IC must be equal to 0. The currents are equal to 0. That is, these are the, you always remember these terminal conditions. VA equals 0, IB is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0. If at all a single line to ground fault occurring at the phase A, only the phase A, then these are the terminal conditions. And with these IB and IC values known, so we can substitute in the symmetrical component relations, and we can write what is IA naught, IA1 and IA2. As we know, IA naught is 1 by 3 times IA plus IB plus IC. Substitute the value of IB and IC. IA is IA and IB and IC as it is 0 from the terminal condition. Substitute that, we will be getting IA naught is 1 by 3 IA. Similarly, IA, IB, IC value we are substituting in order to find IA1 and IA2. And we see that all the values, they are equal. That is 1 by 3 times IA. IA1 is equal to IA2 is equal to IA0, which is equal to 1 by 3 times IA. And the terminal conditions, VA is equal to 0. So, one of the terminal condition is VA 0. VA 0, it also indicates that VA0 plus VA2 plus VA1 which is equal to 0. So, this also implies. Now, observing these two equations, the sequence networks can be interconnected. Okay, positive sequence network, we know how to write the positive sequence network, negative sequence network and zero sequence network. So we can interconnect these three by observing these equations. So it is very much clear here, as IA1 is equal to IA2 is equal to IA0. All the currents are equal. Then the sequence networks can be connected in series. Okay, the sequence networks. So here the positive sequence network consisting of voltage source and the positive sequence impedance, and negative sequence induced voltage is not there. Impedance is there. This is the negative sequence network. This is the zero sequence network. There is a neutral grounded through reactance. So therefore zero sequence reactance Z0 is equal to ground reactance plus the 3 times the Zn, neutral reactance. So this becomes the Z0, zero sequence impedance. This is positive sequence network, negative sequence network and zero sequence network. All must be connected in series, because from the equation IA1 must be equal to IA2 which is equal to IA0. Another thing is VA1 which is equal to VA1 plus VA2 plus VA0 which is equal to VA. So both the equations holds good. Now we can also write it from this figure also, we can write the equations as IA1 is equal to IA2 is equal to IA0 is equal to EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0. Okay, this one. Then VA1 is what? VA1 EA minus IA1 Z1. Now substituting the value of IA1, what we have found, EA divided by this equation here, and we get VA1. Similarly, VA2 is minus IA2 Z2. VA2 is minus IA2 Z2. It is minus, substituting IA2 value, we get this equation. Similarly, minus IA0 Z0, substituting IA0 value from here, we get the equation for VA0. Then now how to find the fault current? Fault current, as the fault is occurring at the phase A, then IF, the fault current, that is equal to IA. The current through the phase A is nothing but the fault current. Then fault current IF is equal to IA. IA is nothing but 3 times IA0. Therefore 3 into, substitute IA0 value from here, it is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0. Substituting, the fault current is shown here. Now, if the neutral of the generator is not grounded, if it is not grounded, what happens? Zn is equal to infinity. So zero sequence impedance Z0 becomes infinity. Okay, infinity plus Zg0, it is infinity. Now, what happens when you substitute Z0 is infinity? Then fault current IF becomes 0. So it comes in the denominator. Therefore, IF becomes 0. So thus, it can be inferred that the fault current in the system is 0 if the neutral is not grounded in the case of a single line to ground fault. So okay, so that you must remember. If the neutral is not there, then the fault current in a single line to ground fault, that is equal to 0. Now going to the next type of fault, that is line to line fault on an unloaded generator. So here two lines we assume B and C are shorted. So this is a line to line fault. So it does not involve ground. So only line to line fault. The circuit diagram which is shown in this figure. Now we have to specify the terminal conditions for this. Terminal conditions for this are IA is equal to 0, IB plus IC is equal to 0, and VB must be equal to VC. IB plus IC equals 0 can also be written as IC is equal to minus IB and VB is equal to VC. So these three are the terminal condition for line to line fault, LL fault. Now again in the similar way we substitute in the symmetrical components of current. IA naught is 1 by 3 times IA plus IB plus IC. IA is 0, IB is equal to minus IC. So or IC is equal to minus IB. So substituting that we get IA naught is equal to 0 and IA1 is 1 by 3 times IA plus AIB plus A square IC. Substitute IA, IB, IC whatever values substitute and we get it is 1 by 3 A minus A square IB. Similarly I2 can also be written. All the symmetrical components of currents can be found from the terminal conditions. Next, so this is IA naught is 0. So from this we see that IA naught is 0, 0 sequence component is 0, but IA2 is equal to minus IA1. When IA2 is equal to minus IA1 and also we see that VA1 is equal to VA2. So see VA1 is 1 by 3 times substituting from the terminal conditions. VA1 when we see VA1 is 1 by 3 times VA minus VB. VA2 is also same. So that means VA1 is equal to VA2. VA0 is 0 because VA0 is minus IA0 Z0. 0 sequence current is 0, substituting that VA0 is also 0 and VA0 is VA0 is equal to minus IA0 Z0 which is equal to 0. So when VA0 is 0, VA1 is equal to VA2. Positive sequence voltage is equal to negative sequence voltage and 0 sequence voltage it's not there. So therefore the sequence networks which must be interconnected are like this. Separately they can show, so positive sequence network and the negative sequence network, they are connected in parallel like this. Okay, so now VA1 must be equal to VA2 and VA0 which is equal to 0, IA0 is equal to 0. So these 0 sequence components can be written separately and for a line to line fault, so this will be the equivalent circuit. So the sequence networks must be connected in this way. Positive and the negative sequence network are connected in parallel such that IA1 must be equal to minus IA2 or VA1 is equal to VA2. Those equations must hold good. Now for finding that can also be relations can also be determined from this equation, that is IA1 is equal to minus IA2 is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 because only two sequence networks are shown here. So that is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 and IA0 is 0, VA1 is this VA2 is EA minus IA1 Z1. Now the fault current in this IF is IB or IC because it involves both the phases IB or IC. Therefore, if you substitute, it is IA0 plus A square IA1 plus AIA2. IA0 is 0. Substitute A square, IA1 value and IA2 value. So we get it is equal to minus J root 3 IA1. The fault current is minus J root 3 IA1. And the magnitude is root 3 IA1 and root IA1 value when you substitute, this is the fault current. Now again we consider the neutral. If it is not grounded, then Z0 becomes infinity, as Zn is infinity, Z0 becomes infinity. Z0, so it does not affect only because it does not, fault current does not involve Z0 only. Okay, so whether it is neutral is there or neutral is not, impedance is not there or neutral is grounded or not grounded, it is not affecting the fault current. So fault current is given by this expression, and whether in the presence or absence of a grounded neutral at the generator, which does not affect the fault current. Now double line to ground fault, another condition if we consider double line to line fault over. Now double line to ground fault, these two lines are, we are considering B and C and it is grounded. So now the terminal conditions are like this: VB is equal to 0, VC is equal to 0 and IA is equal to 0. So using these terminal conditions, we substitute in the symmetrical components of voltages. We get VA0, VA1 and VA2 and all are equal. See here, all are equal to 1 by 3 VA, 1 by 3 VA and 1 by 3 VA. So we get VA1 not is equal to VA1 is equal to VA2 and IA0 plus IA1 plus IA2 which is equal to 0. That is because IA is equal to 0. So from these two equations, it is very much clear all the voltages are equal. That means the sequence networks must be connected in parallel. Okay, all the sequence networks, positive sequence network, negative sequence network, and zero sequence network, all are connected in parallel such that it satisfies this equation, that is Va naught is equal to Va1 plus is equal to Va2. So this will be the interconnection of sequence network for double line to ground fault. So that can also be derived by using the equation as we discussed in the previous cases. Va1 is equal to Va2 is the Ea minus Ia1 Z1. Ia1 is this Ia divided by substituting the value of Ea by Z plus substituting Ia1 Z1, substituting Ia1 value. So we will be getting Ia1, Ia2 and Ia0. So these equations are direct consequences of current division formula, and we can find the fault current. Fault current in this case is IB plus IC. IF is IB plus IC. Substituting IB plus IC and finding it is 2 Ia0 minus of Ia1 plus Ia2. So this will be the fault current. So we observe that Ia1 plus Ia2 is minus Ia0. So IF, the value of IF we get minus 3 Ia1 into Z2 divided by Z2 plus Z0. So if next we consider the case if the neutral is if the neutral grounding is absent, then Zn is infinity. Zn infinity, Z0 will be infinity, then IF is equal to, it comes to the denominator, so IF is equal to 0. That means the fault current is 0 if the neutral is not grounded in the case of a LLG fault. Okay, this is about the different types of unsymmetrical faults. So we'll take up the next topic in the next lecture. Thank you.